Hello and welcome to Giga Hijinks, home of the Mischief Makers, and I hope you're having a lovely day. And Happy New Year to you all. It's 2021. 2020 is out the way. Brand new year, brand new possibilities. So I was getting into my little YouTube stride in December, did a few reactions, one review, and then boom, I got ill. Not COVID though, not COVID. Good old fashioned British flu. But with 2021 now upon us, the possibilities, the endless dreams that can be achieved, the freedom we all now. Oh, okay. Um, Maybe next year. So, what did the craziness of 2020, the COVID year, teach us? It taught us to connect, stay in touch with those that meant the most, to check in with those people they may not have checked in for a while, family, friends, pals. Seamless segue, I know, but you can make new friends now, and you can make new friends back in the day, and that's what today's review is all about. It's a film called Rent-A-Pal. So the film was about a guy called David, a nice enough guy, growing up in the late 80s, early 90s I think, living in his mum's basement, and he's her sole carer. She's suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, I forget now, but he has no time for himself to go out, to do anything of his own. He's being paid by the social, I believe. So he's just making enough money to buy groceries, get by, look after his mum. And he's looking for love. Something we can all relate to if we haven't already got it. Now, in the early 90s, late 80s, they had what I like to call prehistoric Tinder. So instead of going on your phone and swiping left or right, I completely swiped the wrong ways. But no wonder it went so wrong for me in the past. So what he does is he goes down to this video dating rental store, I suppose. It's like Blockbuster, but all they do is video dating services. So you pick up some tapes, you subscribe, have a subscription with this place. They give you some tapes to check out, and you have a little book. And kind of it's like I said, it's prehistoric Tinder. You just watch a video, you make notes of everything you liked about them, and if you want to connect with them, you let the service know, and then they wait for that person to either like you coincidentally, or someone else likes you, and then you can connect with them. Like I said, archaic Tinder at its best. And he's not having much luck. Like, he's doing his best. Really nice guy. Like, you can really empathize with him in the beginning. He really, when he has to do a reshoot of a video, because they say to him, maybe you're being unsuccessful because the video you have out there in the moment is just not doing the job. Come do a new one. So he goes down there. He does a really good video. Must be about a minute and a half long. But he really puts his heart out there, and you can, I think most people watching can be like, this is a nice guy. I like his intentions. He just got a good heart. He just wants to find love, and the amount of care he's giving his mum, he wants to give someone but also receive back, but not in like the mother-son way. And in that instance, the tape's got to be 30-second long, because more men looking for love than women. Sort of men's got to be shorter video-wise, and women can get a bit longer. And he makes him do it again, and he rushes it through him. So the first take, which was beautiful, he rushes the second time to squeeze in 30 seconds, and he just comes across looking like the weirdest man who ever lived. And that's the tape they didn't use. So I felt really sorry for him in that regard. Now, as his quest for love continues, badly, it has to be said, he finds a videotape lying in one of those bargain deal baskets he used to get in Blockbuster. He picks it up, and the videotape's called Rent-A-Pal. And he takes it home, he puts it in, and essentially it's a tape, a pre-recorded tape, it has to be said, of a guy that's your friend. And he asks questions and leaves little pauses like a Dora the Explorer, like, say hola. Good. That's what it's kind of like. He leaves little gaps for you to talk, and then he sort of, while you're talking, is nodding, and then he cuts in. And in the beginning, David finds it weird. This guy on the tape's called Andy. He dismisses him, thinks, oh, this is strange. But as his world starts to crumble, as his mum's condition gets worse, and as the care for her gets more intense, and the loneliness of not meeting anyone, and the world closing in on him, he kind of bonds with this tape, and it goes down a dark and twisted alley. Now, I'm going to get onto the acting because...
Hi, I'm Dandy. Thanks for being here today.
Hi. Who the hell are you?
My name's Dandy, and I'm here to be your friend.
Oh, kind of like Andy from Rent-A-Pal. I'm literally talking about that film right now.
No, nothing like Andy from Rent-A-Pal. I'm Dandy from Borrow a Buddy.
I have to say, your answers are really amazingly well timed and specific to the questions I'm answering, considering you're a VCR tape. The film's more psychological as opposed to supernatural, which I appreciated. But yeah, you're really well timed.
She sounds like a keeper.
Yeah, nice save. I've literally got to continue with the review, so if you could just let me get on with that, that'd be great.
Oh no. Please, I want to hear more about this.
I've got to say off the bat, the acting is really good, and it's the acting that kind of draws you in. I think top of my head there's only 5 characters, and it's a very self-contained story. So you need the acting to be good to be able to get across why you should feel sorry for David and being with him on this journey. You sympathise with him all the way. Maybe not so much at the end, but again, I'm not going to go into any spoilers in this review because I'd rather you just watch the film, make up your own minds, or maybe drop me a comment, let me know what you think after you've watched it. Now, I believe the actor's called Brian Landis Falkins. I could be wrong, so if you butchered your name, really sorry. But if I've got it right, go me. I've never seen him in anything. I literally looked him up because I watch this film on Amazon Prime, so normally when you pause it, it has the films they've been in before, and I didn't see anything. Maybe I wasn't paying attention properly, but I didn't see anything I recognised him in. But he's a really good actor. Like I said, has elements of Robin Williams in One Other Photo, where you can sympathise with him, where you can see that deep down he has good intentions. He's not a bad guy, but like with the Joker movie, does too many bad things happen to a guy, only so much he can take before his mind kind of snaps. But my favourite character in the film is played by Wil Wheaton as Andy, the guy on the videotape, and it's kind of like I'm not going to compare him to Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight, but whenever he came on the screen, like the Joker, you kind of enjoyed him because, as I mentioned to Dandy earlier, it's more psychological, more than supernatural. It makes you think there could be supernatural elements, and there are scenes where in the videotape that kind of make no sense. Like there's certain scenes which make you think, why is that even in there? And then kind of, is it a red herring, or is the tape supernatural? But it doesn't give you enough evidence to come to that conclusion in the end. So it makes you think that David is just watching this tape over and over and over again to the point where he memorizes. That's a new word, Oxford Dictionary, 2021. He memorizes the pauses. He maybe remembers how long each pause is, what Andy's going to say each time. So when he has a conversation with him, doesn't matter what it's about, he remembers exactly where in the videotape it is. So you can fast forward to it, rewind back, play it, and then talk to Andy, knowing how much time he may have to say what he's got to say before Andy replies. And that's, I think, where he gets kind of obsessed with Andy to the point where he treats Andy like a real friend and starts to put him above real life responsibilities like his mum or potential dates. But generally in this story it is a bit of a tragic tale, really. What's funny about anything I just said?
That's an absolute classic story.
Yeah, there are some funny moments in there, but not like, slapstick humour, Laurel and Hardy, Dumb and Dumber. Like, there are funny moments with Andy, don't get me wrong, there was bits where I chuckled. But it is, at its core, quite a sad story.
I'm sorry. I have to take this. Not now. I'm busy.
He was on the phone.
You've been seeing that girl again, haven't you? It's just been one date. What we have is real.
What are you talking about? No. Anyway, you're meant to be in the late 80s, early 90s. How the hell have you got an iPhone? look, I've got things to do. Get out of here. So as I was mentioning, you can empathise with David. I think we've all been there where we've been lonely, where we felt like we've had no one in our lives that we can connect to in a relationship sense. Where you go on things like Tinder, Bumble, and all other dating apps, and you're just getting nothing back, and the things you are getting back is just not happening. They're either crazy or crazier. And I think you feel that despair where you think, oh God, am I going to be doing this? How long am I going to be doing this for? And that's why you're on David's side, because from the beginning, he, like I said, he's a good guy. And you want him to meet that special person. And in the film, he does meet someone eventually. Again, no spoilers. But he does meet someone. And again, his strange relationship with Andy kind of takes more of a grasp on his life than reality.
Hey, go fish.
Never played that game before in my life.
Articulate?
No.
How about don't panic?
No.
How about some nuts?
No, thank you, I'm fine.
How's your sex life?
What? No, get out of here.
Thanks a lot.
But one last thing to touch on is I appreciate the fact, as mentioned, that it was more psychological than supernatural. I went into this film completely blind, no trailers, no reviews, apart from the 15-second why I should watch this from the YouTube guy I follow, and no synopsis at all. Went in completely blind, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I thought I was going to go into a haunted videotape film where Andy speaks to David, makes him do crazy things, go on a murder rampage, or any other sort of thing. And it wasn't like that. Like, it started off kind of very sane. Like, the tape that David watches, he kind of thinks, what's this? This is weird. But unfortunately, in this instance, David becomes quite obsessed with Andy on the tape and starts to put more stock in Andy than actual real life, and obviously there's consequences. But that is my review. Like I said, I don't go too much into detail because it's quite a small self-contained film, and I want you to check it out yourself. And now my rating system again is very random. So I've got my 3-tier wins. So I've got gold, silver and bronze. I've got my in the bins, which is just rubbish, get out of here. And there's my dolphins, which basically means a film's so forgettable that a dolphin brings me beer, because if you're going to forget anything in life, it might as well be over alcohol. So I'm going to give this film a win, a silver win. Not quite gold, but this is a film I could watch again. Quite easily, someone could put it on, I'll watch it again. Would I buy it? Probably not. I'm happy just to watch it if it's streaming on Netflix or on Amazon Prime. I rented it in this case for like $1.99, so it was no big deal. But I enjoyed it, and I recommend you go and see it too. So guys, that was my review of Rent a Pal, a film I very much enjoyed and hope you do too. Definitely check it out. Might not be for everyone, but if you like horror, thriller, psychological films, this will be right up your street. If you've seen it, let me know what you think of it in the comments below. If there's anything I missed, anything you don't agree with. I've got more content of this variety coming up. I've got reviews of all the horror films that I have interest in that came out in 2020, coming out soon. Probably do a couple each week, as well as the films that are coming out now and into 2021 too. So if you want to see more content like that, drop me those subs. If you like what you see, drop me those likes. And until next time.
What? Going so soon? Ah, gee, we're having so much fun.
Go away, Dandy. Stay out of trouble.